Hey guys, I was just interviewed by Keith Andrews' show. My name is Spiritual Warrior, and I have to say, he is a very humble and kick ass guy, and you really should get to know him and be interviewed on this show. All right, guys, take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith Andrew, and you're watching the one and only Keith Andrew Network. This is episode 637. That's right, 637. Today we're here with a very special guest, Spiritual Warrior. I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
No, the honor is all mine. And for people who want to know what my talk show is about, whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. You should prove to them you can still amount to something. So hashtag break the labels.
Hashtag break the labels. I like that.
No, absolutely.
Can I just say something to that?
Sure.
I believe that we all have disabilities and we all have learning disabilities. The problem with a society and normal considered people is that they're the ones with the learning disability. They're the ones with the disability because, unfortunately, they're not able to understand people like you. That's why they gave you the title of that. And it's sad because we're all different human beings. We all have different gifts. And just because you don't understand the way they are doesn't mean that you are the one that is, perfect. Because in reality, they're teaching you something, so we're all teaching each other. And the way society is, unfortunately, is they're very, it's very wrong how they see things and how they portray society to be. And it's very sad because we all have different gifts. But I believe that you guys have more gifts than we do because you see things differently. And unfortunately, society, not me, they're not open enough to accept the gifts that you have to give to these people. So I bow to you and I thank you because I'm glad you're doing this. I'm glad you're doing this for yourself, not for me, for yourself, because people need to open their eyes and not realize that they're not perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. That's just society telling people that they're perfect. It's bullshit.
No, I agree with you. And, to give you a perfect example before we go into the subjects, I always post things on Monroe Matters. Mm-hmm. And last night I came across an asshole who's like, he's like, get the blank out of here. Tor, douchebag. I'm like, well, why are you leaving like negative comments like that on my stuff?
Yeah.
So, I reported it to Facebook and I blocked him.
Exactly. You see, those are people who are ignorant. Unfortunately, they're ignorant, and what happens is that as children, these kids don't get love from their parents, so they're angry and they rebel. So they rebel against what they think are the weak people because the weak people can't hurt them.
Right.
So they're just lashing out, and unfortunately, you have a lot of those assholes in life, and it is what it is, But I'm glad that you did that. It's like block, that's a report because you don't have to feed into it.
No, I was thinking about it last night. It's like, what about this whole anti-bullying, anti-discrimination? Oh, you're picking on me because I'm disabled. And it's kind of like, get the blank out of here. It's PG,
Exactly.
PG-13. So just, but it's like, yeah, I don't put up with bullshit like that. You want to
Good
be a
for
dick.
you.
It's like you want to be a dick. There's the door. I promise I will make sure you never get on Facebook again.
Exactly. You see, you're smart. Some people will sit there and they'll argue back and forth and they'll waste the energy, but you know exactly what to do.
But you know
So
what? You know what
it's a smart.
annoys me? I don't
What?
mean to interrupt. I do
No, no, keep
apologize.
on going.
What annoys me is this idiot. It's old enough to be my grandfather, and
Oh,
he
so
was
sad.
leaving comments like that. It's like, how old are you? It's
So
just
sad.
it's serious. Just grow the hell up. And it's like that's why people hate Facebook because you have stupid ass cowards that hide
Exactly.
behind a computer screen. Like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be old, big, and bad, but you don't have the set up balls to say that to the person's face.
Exactly. And they're home being miserable and very sad. It's very sad because these people are so miserable and they're so unhappy that they have to lash out at others. And at the end of the day, it's very sad because they're very miserable and depressed and they're in the dark and okay, bye. It's their choice to be there. So I don't feel sorry for them actually. It's their choice
No.
to be assholes.
Hey, well, you remember, call us a bitch, right?
Exactly.
I
But
really,
they are their own karma.
I hope he gets his. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
You already did because you gave it to him. That's right.
So the first question I want to ask you was, I
Okay.
saw that you were a martial artist, filmmaker, and a professional actress. So the
Yes.
first one I'm gonna ask you is, how many years were you a martial artist?
Well, I'm gonna let you know that I was a martial artist in a few of my past lifetimes. So I brought it into this lifetime, and I've taken a few martial art classes here, but I was born with it. So it's like when you have a desire, ever since you were little, of doing something, it's because it comes from your past lifetime. So I was a martial artist for a long time. But in this lifetime, I've only been like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, what inspired you to be a martial artist?
Like I said, it's a desire that I had ever since I was young. And I pick up any types of weapons and I can learn right away how to use them because it's muscle memory from my past lifetimes. And it's something that I love. It's like someone playing guitar or you're wrestling, something that you already have that you love. So it's something that I love. It's passion.
No, absolutely. Okay, I just noticed there's actually a space. This is why I wish I had an actual set, so I wouldn't have to mess around with this stuff.
I like it though. But in my future, maybe I'll end up doing like a SmackDown movie based, like a wrestling movie or something. You never know.
No, absolutely. And it's funny you should mention that. My next question is, you are a professional movie maker. Who influenced you to become a professional filmmaker? And have you ever worked with people with disabilities? I'm going to ask you about that for all the subjects, but before you
hmm
answer about the filmmaking, let me go back to the martial arts. Have you ever worked with anyone with disabilities for martial arts?
In the gym, yes, I have. I'm very patient. I know I have a let's go back. I have a spiritual teacher that I work under. Her name is Guru Enlightenment, and that's where I got my name, Spiritual Warrior, from. I earned it. And she actually has children. She adopted children who have disabilities. So she taught me about these kids and what gifts they bring. So in my martial arts school, I was able to communicate with them with patience and understanding instead of being like aggravated because people don't get it. Like I said, we all have learning disabilities. So in reality, I deal with them all, every day because I deal with everybody every day.
No,
But
absolutely. Now, my going back to the second part is, what were some of your favorite films you ever did? And have you worked with people with disabilities?
I have not worked with people with disabilities yet, and but I'm planning to in the future. Now, I'm not. I am a filmmaker. I did one short film, and right now, what I am doing is I learned how to shoot video and edit video. So I put shows about self-help with my spiritual teacher, and I shoot and I edit those. Right now, I'm working with my teacher with my full feature film that'll be out hopefully next year. And yeah, so I haven't officially put out a full feature, but I did put out a short film many, many years ago. So I'm still learning how to become a filmmaker.
Well, if you're interested, I would love to work with you. Maybe you can do like a short film or something.
Yeah, where are you located? I mean, you don't have to give me all the information, but like, are you
uh,
upstate?
okay, where are you based? You're in
I'm
the
in the
city, right?
Bronx. I'm in the Bronx.
Alright, so from the Bronx, you're about like an hour, hour and a half.
And how would you get down here? You're okay with getting down here?
Yeah, I can take a taxi or something.
Okay. Well, I don't know how expensive that would be, but we can make something happen. I would
Well,
love to actually. So I also work. I do a web series.
okay.
It's called the Unknown Web Series, and right now we're in season 2. I also write, produce, act, edit, and there's a lot of us. And I would love to audition you for season 3 if you're interested.
No, I would love that.
Yeah, we would love that.
And to
So,
give you an example, my taxi driver charges me like $2.50. Like for
oh,
an
you have
example,
one?
I'm sorry.
You have a specific one?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and that's I will do a plug, but I don't want anyone like, oh, I want to use them too. But I'm in like New York. He only works in the Monroe, Chester, Goshen. I'm near like. You ever been to Woodbury Commons?
Yeah.
I'm in that area. I'm near West Point.
Oh, nice. I go camping every year to Bear Mountain,
Oh,
Sebago
nice.
Cabins. Have you been?
No, I heard of it, but you should, if you're ever in the area, swing by.
Cool. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's where I go every summer or a week.
Hey, maybe we can do something this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what kind of acting do you want to do? Regular comedy?
Oh, to give you a long story short, when I was in my sophomore year, 2004,
Mm-hmm.
I was part of the audiovisual department,
Mm-hmm.
and if one video was on the TV that really interests me, was
Mm-hmm.
Almost Famous. So
Oh,
from '04 to about let's see, '08 to maybe '10, I wanted to be a personal assistant. I wanted to be a roadie. I wanted to go on a tour, was a wrestler, be a personal assistant. And of course, I got sick. Long story about the whole retail BS. Um, when I was recovering, I came across this show, Suits. And I was
oh,
like, you know what? I want to be like a Harvey Specter. I want a boss like Harvey Specter. I want to be Mike Ross. And I tried taking acting classes. They're like, oh, it's $600 for semester 1. Then semester 2's $1,200. It's like, oh, just $2,400. And I'm like, yeah, you get like these little paper certificates saying you completed the course and whatever. But it doesn't guarantee you anything. Like, all you're guaranteeing is pissing away the money.
yeah,
But
yes,
it
you're
doesn't
right.
guarantee you a job. And I'm like, okay, I want something a little more extensive. I want something a little more solid. And I mentioned this for all my episodes. I'm the youngest out of 4 brothers and 1 sister. My brother before me always said, I don't know what to do with my life. And my dad gave him opportunities. He could have worked for ESPN, but he turned it down. And I said, what about me? He said, what about you? You're not educated. You're not qualified. You read and learn at a 5th grade level. You piss people off. You don't. You don't shut up. You can't hold down a job. You're not qualified. You're not educated, and you're not capable of doing anything. So I said, screw it. I'm going to show you with a learning disability. Look at what I'm able to accomplish. And for 6.5 years, day in, day out, I've been networking. I've been approaching people that said this is what I want. And I used my brother for an inspiration. I used my dad for an inspiration because they met a lot of famous people. And I'm just showing you that, hey, I'm on this. I was diagnosed to be on the spectrum of being retarded because I read and learn at a 5th grade level. I give you an example. You just said you wanted me to be on your show,
I
and
do.
we're gonna do a script. You can read a script, okay, that's fine. But for me, you have to be patient with me. We're gonna sit, we're gonna read it. It's gonna take 3 or 4 times,
It's fine.
and it's going to sink in like
Hmm.
that. It's not gonna be like, bang, I'm done. It's gotta be
Nobody
like.
does it. Nobody does it like that though. So it's fine.
So I'll give you an example. My new thing, when someone gives me a test, it's like, okay, you said you're a professor of martial arts. Can you give me an example? Or, you're supposed to clean the floor. Can you give me an example? Whatever I do, I always say, can you give me an example?
I like that. I like that. You know what? A lot of people don't ask that, and they actually pretend like they know what you're talking about, but they don't. I'm always like, wait, I don't get it. Can
Yeah.
you repeat it to me? It's the same shit, you know? And can I just add that I don't know, you might not agree with me, but I don't think that was really nice of your father to say. I think he's an asshole. And I hope that
No,
he's
my
not
dad
like that
never.
with you anymore.
No,
Because
my dad never called me retarded. Okay,
no,
I
no, I
do.
know,
I do.
but I don't like the fact that he said, you're not educated, you don't have this, you don't have that.
Yeah.
Instead, he could have said, well, if that's what you want to do, let's see how we can help you. You know, that's the way it should be.
If I'm
So,
seeing, if I'm seeing it from my dad's point of view, he likes to remind me of. And I'm gonna say it right now. I
say
was
it.
fired only 2 times in my life. 2 times.
Okay.
That's it. And that's because I deserved it. Long
Okay.
story about my stupidity. But he likes to say, how many jobs do you want to do the same routine for? You're unhappy. You don't want to do this.
Okay.
My other brother, he has a disability, but he's been at his job for 13 years.
Okay.
And for me, that's how many jobs I had in a year.
Okay.
Because if you tell me to do something, I'm gonna say, Keith, go organize this. I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna say, it should be done like this. You should be
Okay.
done like that. Even my coworkers said, that's your biggest problem because you don't listen,
Okay.
and that's why my brother doesn't like me because I don't listen, and you're gonna do whatever you're going to do, and whatever happens to you because you don't listen. So if somebody tells you to do something, shut up and do the job. For me, if I say, okay, if this needs to be organized a certain way, it's like, you can't do that. They just told you to clean the floor. Why are you volunteering unnecessary information, or why you going to do something about it? That's my biggest thing. Is I'm not a control freak. I
Mhm.
just like, I want to do something to show you, hey, you didn't ask me to do this, but look at what I did.
Right.
Do I have your approval? I look for people's approval, and that's kind of
Okay.
my biggest thing. Is my sister thinks I'm a dictator because if you tell me to do something, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do the complete opposite.
Right.
And yes, I do that, but I'm kind of working on myself not to.
Okay.
But
And that's great. But the thing is, like, that's the problem. Like, when the society is not taught to how to deal with people who want to do the things that you want to do. You know,
yes,
you're not doing it on purpose. You're doing it because your mind is telling you to do it. You know, so you're going by what your mind is telling you to do. So some people could take directions, some people can't.
yeah,
But we're not taught to deal with those kind of people that learn differently. You just learn differently. That's all. So it's like, but I get it, and you know what, to be honest with you, a lot of people wish they could do what you do. You want to know why? Because they're stuck at a job that they hate, right? But you're like, well, you know what? I don't like it. You're not going to talk to me like that, and I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I'm going to leave. You
yeah.
know, people will love to be like you, but they're afraid. So in reality, is that bad that you are the way you are? I don't know. That's the way I am. I'm just like, I'm out.
Well, we can always talk about that when we do our Q&A. We can always dive into retail. The
Okay.
next thing I want to ask you is, what are some of your ideas to work with people with disabilities? You mentioned that you want to work with me. So do you
Yeah,
have any ideas?
I do. I want to show that we're all different individuals who learn differently. That I'm not better than you because I'm considered normal. I have a learning disability. my reading comprehension sucks. I have to read things like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So, and when someone gives me a lot of information, I can't take it all. It takes me like 2 days to understand it. Like, oh, okay. But, I want to show people what I've been taught, which is that we are just all different individuals, that we learn differently, and the gifts that you guys have, that we all have, but mostly that you have. And I want to showcase that, as long as a lot of other actors in the web series. So that's why it's very important, because we don't have that to show yet. And that's very important, because our web series is about life in general, the good and the bad and stuff like that. So that's what I would like to do.
Well, I can't make any promises, but we will definitely work. I promise we will work together by traveling to the Bronx. It's some areas are really nice, but I'm very, not say I'm snobby. It's just
no. It's believe me, it's safe. Where I'm at, it's safe. But maybe we won't have to shoot in the Bronx. Sometimes we shoot in Manhattan. So But what I'll do is I'll have you meet the director. She'll talk to you, and she'll know just by talking to you what you have to give as an actor, and she's able to bring it out of you. So it's fine.
And she's more than welcome to be a guest on the show. I would
love great.
It. So
I'm gonna let her know, and I put you in contact.
So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and with the last 10 minutes, we're gonna talk about being a professional actor and what is being a spiritual warrior.
All right.
I'm Linda Collins.
Hi, I'm Marissa Joy Davis.
This is Michelle Wong.
And I'm Nancy Rose.
My name is Brandy Hunt. And
hello, my name is Raven Nguyen.
Hi there, my name is Giovanna Vidal.
Hi, I'm Monica Thomas.
Hi, I'm Paisley Blackburn.
I'm Ashley Burgess.
Hi, my name is Jeanette Abney.
Hi, I'm Sharon Spank.
Hey, this is Samantha Moore.
Hi, I'm Melody Jones.
Hi, my name is Becky Yee.
Hi, you're watching the Keith Andrew Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Keith Andrew Network. It is episode 637. That's right, 637. I'm here as a talented and beautiful spiritual warrior. I just want to say thank you for joining us on this beautiful day.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we are on the road for Black Friday, and something new. I don't know if you ever referred to it as this, but it's called Black Wednesday.
Black everything.
Pretty much. And it's not like a racial thing. It's like, well, why is it called Black Thursday? Why it's called Black Thursday is they wanted to make Black Friday special. I mean, okay, you have Black Friday weekend, and long story short, someone got killed on Black Friday, and because they got trampled. They said, let's start the deals on Thursday. So I said, why not make Thanksgiving Black Thursday? So it's all, you have Black Thursday, Black Friday, and Black Friday weekend. So I'm like, whatever, it's about marketing, you want to get money and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, stores should be closed on Thanksgiving, at least for a normal hour. You want to open 10 o'clock at night, whatever, that's fine. But Thanksgiving's about spending the day with your family. Not, dollar pants or buying a TV that's going to probably explode in your face or whatever.
Exactly. Or you might die because you might get trampled.
Yes.
Trying to get it, yeah. So.
You can't fake stupid, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stupid people.
Make you a list on that. But the first thing I want to promote is Celeb VM, and this is something you should be on. Celeb VM is for celebrities who are getting themselves out there. Mm-hmm. For an example, I charge $30. You can say, hey Keith, we came across your show at VM. Can you give me a shout out, a recommendation, anything? And as long as it's professional, we get to interact with the audience.
Okay.
And if you like professional wrestling, like Kurt Angle, Alexa Bliss, Stephanie McMahon, you can pay the act for certain amounts of money. Some are 30, some are 100. But you say, hey, can I have a shout out? It's my recommendation. I'm getting married. You get to interact with them. Go to Celeb VM, ask for me and some of your favorite stars. Also, a new show that's got to be only on Monroe Matters is the Keith and Megan Show. The Keith and Megan Show is called Dose of Reality, where we sit down. It's live. It's interactive. So stay tuned for that. But with that being said, I want to ask you about social media, being a professional actor, and being a spiritual warrior. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what is being a spiritual warrior?
Okay, that's a good question. A spiritual warrior stands up for what she believes in and knows who and what they are, but also stands up for the ones that cannot stand up for themselves. I am a leader, and I know how to lead by example, but I also know how to allow others to lead as well. I'm very protective. I like protecting, but I'm also very caring, and I worry a lot, but it is what it is. But yeah, I am a spiritual warrior. I'm confident, I'm strong, I'm positive, and I'm a warrior of the light.
No,
Basically.
absolutely. And what does that mean to you? And how does someone become a spiritual warrior?
Well, I earned that because that was something that was actually mine. I am a spiritual warrior, so I had to earn that name. The way someone who actually they can become their own spiritual warrior by looking in the mirror and finding out who and what they are, and know that whatever someone says about them, it's not about them physically, it's about the other person. Learning how to not take things personal from another person, finding out what makes them happy, doing what they love, and sharing that with the world. But first, they have to get to know who and what they are. And the first person they have to love and prove is to themselves first. And once they get that, then they can share with the world. But it comes with you first.
No, absolutely. And now, how many years have you been a professional actor? Actress, actually. I can't even talk. When I don't do my interviews as well, my disability shows more.
It's okay. I have the same thing with my talking. It's fine.
So, how many years have you been a professional actor, actress, and what motivates you to do the best?
Well, ever since I was a little kid, I used to like to perform in front of my family and friends, and I was singing in front of a mirror as well. I've been a professional actor, meaning I've been getting paid for what I do for 10 years. I just booked my first show in 2018, so that was last year. It's been a slow process, but I'm not giving up because I know that's what I want to do, and I'm very passionate about it. And with my spiritual teacher and myself, she has helped me to get to know who and what I am, so now I can be the best actor that I can be. And she helped me a lot because if it weren't for her, I would have given up already because it's really hard out there. And I still have a little insecurities when I go to the auditions, but I am becoming more confident and I am becoming better, and I know that I'm actually better. And when I go to auditions, I don't audition for them to like me. I audition so when I leave that place, I feel that I did what I wanted to do, and that makes me feel so much better. So again, it's just something that I need to fulfill within myself. And when I do it, I feel really good. So it's just, yeah.
No, absolutely. And now, what about social media? Can social media make you or break you with everything you accomplish in your life? Does Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, do all those dictate if people should work with you? Or do you think it kind of holds you back because you don't have a big following? Passing the show over to you.
Yeah, I feel that social media has nothing to do with what you want to do in life, with your journey. Social media just came in the picture not even 10 years ago. So social media is not going to stop me from doing what I need to do for my journey or becoming who I need to become. Social media is just there. I am on social media because I share my teacher's writings. I play it forward. Whatever I learned, I like to share with others because I want them to find their own answers and their own journey and to be happy because I am now happy. So I would like to share with that. So that's why I am on social media, to share my teacher's teachings. I'm also on social media to connect with old friends from like high school or whatever, but also just to share with people my journey as well as an actor and how far I'm getting and how far I will go. So that I'm in control of the social media that I put out. Social media is not going to control me. So that's how I feel.
No, absolutely. And do you think that your social media following dictates if people should work with you, or if you have a strong enough message?
I have to say, I love the fact that if people don't answer your questions, you ask that again. I like that because I totally forgot about that question. So, no, it doesn't dictate at all. Social media will not dictate that, no.
No, because I have a strong message, but people don't want to follow me or work with me because, I don't have tens or thousands of people following me, or I'm not known. I consider myself a D-lister. A lot of people make fun of what the D stands for, but the D is actually for disability. I'm showing you what's a disability. Look at what I'm able to accomplish, and if I can do it, you can do it too. And there's absolutely no reason or excuses why you can't do it.
Can I just say something? And also, the D stands for discipline. And that's something that you have. You're very disciplined. You have consistency. That's why you have all these shows and you're still doing what you want to do. And you have a job, which all the actors do that too. Actors nowadays have to have second jobs because acting doesn't pay the bills. It does sometimes, but you need a real job. That's reality. And you can't want to be an actor. You don't pursue acting career to be famous because you're going to fail. Because being famous is like, it's like, you need a job. So
yeah, even if I become like an A-lister, B-lister, I'm never going to stop being who I am. I'm gonna still work in retail because that's what makes me happy. Because I'm gonna have one foot in entertainment world and one foot in reality. It doesn't mean you have to change who you are.
I like that. I'm gonna use that mentally. 1 foot in reality, 1 foot in entertainment. I like that.
Or 1 foot in reality, 1 foot in fantasy.
Hey, but as actors, we tap into fantasy, imagination, magical. So, yeah, you're all that.
Now, we're going to wrap up on our show. But when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your honest first reaction? What made you say yes? And would you recommend it to other people?
My first reaction was like, oh, that's so sweet. My second reaction was, wait, what was the second question? You see, I'm already like...
All right, well, let me rephrase that. When I first approached you to be a guest on my show, what was your first reaction? Let
me answer that one.
All right.
My first reaction was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's nice. Because I'm humble, so I appreciate it.
And what made you say yes?
Because I wanted to get to know you and what kind of interview process you had.
And do you have any regrets? And would you recommend it to other people?
I would definitely recommend it to other people because this has been a really fun experience. Even behind the scenes, we've been communicating and getting to know each other. So I really it inspires me what you're doing because it reminds me to keep doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate you and I bow to you. I'm thankful for you right now. So thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Now, how can people follow you? Are you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn?
I'm only on Instagram and Facebook. My name on Instagram is S as in spiritual, P and warrior, SP warrior.
No, absolutely. Now, stay tuned. I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But wrapping up, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much.